Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Connie. I'm going to do a scrapbook layout, and I do apologize. I'm going to do the best I can to get through this. My asthma has flared up with my allergies, so I haven't been doing a lot. But I do want to get this done, get it put away because it's in my way. I want to get on to more layouts. So just have a simple 12 by 12 layout. This was inspired by Kim Ferguson. If you haven't checked out her channel, I'm going to try to remember to link it below. She's got some great motivational videos, so be sure to check her out. It's a little bit different than my typical, more of a scene type layout. This is how I originally started scrapbooking, before I knew that much about paper piecing and the Cricut world and everything. So this was a sketch I followed on Pinterest pretty much. The Be My Valentine title is from, I think, from the Cricut design space. I honestly don't remember at this point, I'm sorry. I did an external offset of 0.10. It's from Calligraphy Set, now that I remember. So everything is affecting my brain lately. Anyway, I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but I did put glittered Nouveau drops. I just ran that over the red part of the wording. My paper piece is from Treasure Box Designs. I think it's Big-Eyed Ladybug or Big-Eyed Bug, I'm not sure. The reason I chose this is the flowers that it's the focal point of my photo. I received these from a wonderful lady in California. Thank you so much, Lisa, if you're watching. I got this last year at Valentine's Day, and if I remember correctly, she had asked me how to help her put this together to show her. She was doing some projects for, I think, one of her grandchildren for Valentine's Day. I just have this in my memory. It could be wrong, but anyway, that's why I chose this. And then I'm going to go ahead and get started. I will let you know this was cut. I'm going to give you approximate, so about 4 3/4. If you hear some noise behind me, I apologize. Windows open a little bit and it's quite windy, but I wanted to take advantage of some sunshine and daylight yet. Anyway, this will be the only thing that's popped up on phone tape. It needed a little bit to get it away from this because there was so much pink. And then my photo I'm going to put on black first because it just didn't, it faded into the printed paper I used. 4 by 6 though, and then I went 1/8 of an inch on this and then 1/4 of an inch on the next two. And I'm not going to try to measure, I apologize. I didn't have any measurements when I did this. I just took the layout and kind of went from there. I'm going to move my pieces out of the way and get started, and I'll share my sizing as I go. I will quick tell you, this heart is 7 about 7 3/8 inch wide, and however it came out, I can't remember where this one came from either. I just go into my files and look for heart, and I like this one because it originally had like stitch marks or something up around here, and that didn't work for me, so I didn't do that. I'm gonna just get up a moment, excuse me, and shut the window all the way. The noise was driving me nuts, I apologize. Okay, my first piece is 1 1/4 inch high, and it's I cut it at 6 3/4 inch long using scraps, so I kind of fudged to whatever size it fit. This is, excuse me, 6 inches long and it's 1 inch high. And then I just cut some little tag pieces from the dies I had. And yeah, I'm going to put these two pieces together first, and I want to move this just a little bit. I don't want glue everywhere on my scrapbook page. And I could have had all of this done, but sometimes it's easier for me to do it right away when I'm assembling my layout. Butting up the right sides together, overlapping them just a little. I do use a lot of layout designs from Pinterest, so if you're wondering sometimes where I get my ideas, that's where. So this is going to be my back piece, so I need to put these two on first. And I'm going to stagger the height of them. I'm going to do this way because I'll never get it straight. Not that it's all important, but it does look a little nicer. If I can get it somewhat close. And then put that over a little bit. And again, I just use pieces of my scraps for this. I save the tiniest scraps. I was working on something today and I needed like 1/4 inch by 1 1/8. Yeah, I had it. That's kind of scary. Let's see. We'll go 1 1/4 inch off, or 1/4 inch difference approximately. This one I'll have come out a little bit further. Today is, I think, the first day I've actually felt like a human being for almost a week. I've been fighting using that, I call it that stupid nebulizer. I hate my breathing machines. I shouldn't complain, at least I have them, but ugh. Okay, this I did ink with pink color. I'm not sure what colors I used on all of these. The white one I didn't, and the whites, anything with the white or off-white I did not ink. But this goes right up against the upper right-hand corner. So I'm going to glue this down because there'll be nothing underneath of it. I was hoping to get a scrapbook layout for National Scrapbook Day. I was kind of upset I couldn't even manage that. Yeah, I apologize. It's been interesting. Luckily, I haven't had anything like this for quite a while, so life goes on. The only thing is now I've got two more videos. I'm way behind on videos. I'm trying to get those caught up too, so I do apologize. Now I need to lay things out just a little bit. Yeah, I'm just going to pop it down. If it's not exactly where I want it, it's okay. I didn't ink any of this. I was going to try to put it through one of the embossing folders. I know how to do that when the piece is bigger than the folders. I just didn't feel like fighting with it, so I'm leaving it plain. There's enough activity with all the different pattern paper and everything. So next I'm going to come in with and get my these pieces for you here, and they're already glued together. But the white piece is 11 1/4, and then this would be, oh, and then I'm sorry, it's last long, and it's about 5 1/8 inches high. The reddish color is 11 1/8, and it would be 5 and 5, I think. Yeah, 5 inches. Whoa, tip the glue over here. This next layer is white, 10 5/8 long by 4 5/8 high, and then the inside is going to be an 1/8 of an inch smaller, so it's going to be 10 1/2 by, should be 4 1/2. This one is going to go crooked, and it's going to go just so the left edge meets over here and the right over here. So I'm going to get some glue on this. I hope you guys are all doing well. I've seen a lot of different posts about people having allergy problems worse than normal this year. And I talked to a friend of mine, and she's getting better, but she had a lot of problems too for a while. I don't know, just down, so I'm starting at about 5 1/2 inches down, and it's going to come at about 9 1/8 inches over here, if you're interested in where I'm falling with that. Okay, this one is going to go straight, and it's going to go at about 5 1/4 down, and it'll come at about 9 1/2 over here. Approximate measurements, because it might change once I get it on there. This one is going to go straight across. I can't remember. This one was not a digital layout on Pinterest. This was a straight one. I'm going to go at trying to get it, quit moving on me. Oh, it's all over. Trying to kind of get it even on both sides. So it's going to be about 3 3/4 of an inch or so. I'm going to use my ruler here. Talk about straight, right? It's not straight at all. It's about 3/4 of an inch or so. A little. Oh goodness! Now I got my glue. It's not going to stick. It's going to be one of those videos where nothing is going to turn out or work out for me. Hold it. It should be fine to stay down. Now it's moving. I'm going to leave it because other stuff will hold it down. So leave it there. Next thing, I've got all these pieces. I'm not used to this. I'm going to glue my photo pieces together because I have a square I cut out on that. Fighting some very bright sunshine in the back, so bear with me to see what I'm doing here. or it's coming at me, I guess I should say. Hard to see what I'm doing at times. I'm rather liking this type of scrapbook layout. Again, I get to use my paper pieces, but it's easier because I usually do a lot of one-page layouts. Kind of eyeball that. And because, you know, not having kids anymore, or kids to photograph so much, it's a lot harder. But I get photos down, like Kim said, you get your photos down on your layouts, and that in itself is very rewarding because I do this, as I'm sure a lot of you do, for myself. So I'm working on, I think it's going to end up being two, and I think it's two double page layouts. They are from fishing photos I have of my great nieces and nephews. They are taking some time though. I have them all planned out, and I just have to get everything cut and paper pieced. So I added this 1/8 inch piece of ribbon to the bottom just to add, because I could have cut the photo off, but I just added that to kind of add that it was a gift, I guess. So okay, what I'm doing, and I cut this piece out, I'm learning to save some paper, but I want that to go on the back of my layout. But overall, depending upon how your photo is and stuff, mine is cut at 5 inches high and it's 4.5 inches wide. So I'm just going to add glue to the two inside corners and see if we can get this on somewhat straight. About 1/2 inch border, so good over here. Come down a little bit. Kind of go with that. Okay. I do have another tag cut. This is a tag from my die, or from my stash, excuse me. The die is, it's just gonna go in here for journaling, so I have to remember to leave my glue and I today. I'm gonna have to remember to leave a opening when I do that, so maybe if I keep them together, I'll remember. Then I have this little piece cut. It's just cut at 1 1/4, and it's 3 inches long. It's just another accent piece that'll go over here. So I'm going to put that on right away. Again, try to line this up. I'm going to go with about 1/2 inch, because that's what my other side is. Okay, I'm gonna set these aside a minute, and I'm gonna turn another light on here. The sun's kind of fading some. Okay, I have these two other pieces here. This piece is cut. It's about 3 3/8 wide and 3.5 inches tall. This piece is 4.5 wide, and I cut it at 2 3/4 inch tall. These go, I think those are supposed to go underneath. Let me see. That's what happens when I don't have a sketch to, nope, they'll work. I don't have a sketch to work on. I want this up here. I think I'll put that down first. Then I know where my other pieces should go. I don't know about you guys, but I enjoy working with the offset feature in Cricut. I don't do a lot of fonts and stuff. I don't do Cricut Access, so some of the fonts are a little bit more narrow, so it's nice to have the option of the offset. Like this was nice just because I would have a hard time putting, just if I didn't do the offset, I'd have a hard time doing that. So okay, and then these two will go like this. So we're gonna put this down first. I'm sorry I keep moving this page around. I think if I were watching, I'd be getting dizzy. I don't know why it wants to keep moving. I think part of it is it's fairly stiff paper. It's not that so much, but I'm used to working with a double matting of my paper. So I would have another layer behind this pink check, and I decided I don't need another one. I kind of thought about doing a black piece, and I thought, no, I'm gonna try it and see what I like, not matting it again. And I do kind of like it, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. But it's not as heavy, so then it moves around on me a lot. Okay. So what I'm going to do, so this corner gets covered, because I really didn't want it, should have been underneath and I messed that up. I'm just going to put just a smidgen of glue right here on the corner, and then come down and just start here. And I am only doing the outsides of glue. I don't want anything on my picture frame. I want to be able to slide my journal piece underneath. So I'm using this to kind of figure out where it needs to go based on that. Journal mat, and I'm putting it at a little bit of an angle on purpose. No rhyme or reason, that's just what I wanted to do. So if you're wondering what in the world, that's why. Okay, my tag's gonna go in there. Put this little guy down, and that tag can still pull up and pull out, so it all worked out fine. I should have probably taken a photo of the sketch I was using, or had it up on the computer, but why would I do that? And this is just going down right here in the corner, a little bit straighter than it was. I'll leave it at that. And that is my finished layout. I want to thank you very much for joining me, putting up with my awful voice. I apologize. If you liked the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, I'd love it if you would subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, have a great day, everybody. Take care.